Hi everyone, it's Eve Angelina here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at our Yakima Roof Rack system here on our 2014 Toyota Prius V. This has the Yakima BaseLine Towers, the 60-inch long Yakima JetStream Crossbars, and the custom fit kit. So if you want to carry things on your Prius V, let's say you have a bike rack that you want to carry, or a roof box, or a roof basket, what you first need is a roof rack system, because you do have a bare or naked roof on your Prius V, so there's really no other way to put things on top unless you get a roof rack system like this. So what this is this is the version that has 60-inch long crossbars. So these are going to be your longer than usual crossbars, ideal for if you want that extra overhang and if you want more space to carry more things for more adventures. So comparing this roof rack system with the other roof rack systems from other brands is, if you want adjustability and if you want more overhang, definitely go with the Yakima JetStream 60-inch long crossbars paired with the baseline system. They just work together to create a safe overhang. If you want something very sleek, very stylish, Innova has some really good options too. They have a flush tower system, which creates a little bit more of a factory look, less bar space, but really cool, and you'd probably get better wind drag, wind noise reduction with that one. Another really good system is the Rhino Rack system. I think that's probably the easiest one to install on the Prius V. All of them still have processes to them since it is a naked roof, but the Rhino Rack was definitely the easiest of those difficult processes. So depending on what you want to put on your roof, as well as depending on how much you want to get into putting your roof rack system, you have different options for you. So Yakima has a very interesting system compared to the other roof rack systems for your Prius V. I've tried pretty much all of them since this is my car and I am choosy about what I put on top of it. So what the baseline system has is that it has the ability to pitch the towers. That way, even though you have an angled roof, you get a straighter or more even line. So look over here, right here in the middle, look how perfect that level is, just because I moved it so that it makes it more level, allowing us to carry things without having it tilted downwards. So we're going to go through all the different parts of this roof rack system, and then later I'll guide you through the install process of this system. It is kind of tricky to install. There's so much adjustability, which can be good because you like the adjustability, but it can be difficult to understand. So stick around for that install process later. But first, let's talk about these JetStream Crossbars. Since these are the 60-inch long crossbars, they do have a very long overhang. So measuring from the end of the tower to right before the end cap, it sits at 7¼ inches of overhang. Great for if you want to load things onto your vehicle and you want to utilize that extra space. Since this is a bare roof, you can't really adjust your crossbar spread, so you are going to have a crossbar spread center to center of 30 inches. So some accessories require a certain crossbar spread, and that's what you're going to have to look at just to make sure it fits your accessories. Can you still open your hatch if you have accessories loaded, especially roof boxes and roof baskets? So measuring from the front of our rear crossbar all the way to the hatch, we have a clearance of 44 inches. So that's going to help you out if you have a roof box or an extra long roof basket to see if it's going to fit. So this is a heavy-duty aerodynamic crossbar. So this is Yakima's JetStream Crossbars. Definitely an upgrade compared to the traditional crossbars, which are those round square crossbars that have a lot of wind drag and wind noise. So if you have a Prius V, you care about those MPGs, this is going to help out with that. Because of its aerodynamic design, it allows that wind noise and wind drag just to slide over. You also have this T-track system on the inside. So you just have to take out the end caps and then slide your T-track accessory over the weather strip, so no cutting to size. And just like that, you can mount accessories that have a T-track mounting system. Now let's talk about roof clearances. So the first is going to be the distance from the top of the roof to the bottom of the crossbar, and it sits at about 3 7/8 inches of clearance there. And then the height that this adds to the top of the roof is going to be about 5 inches of height. So the clearance below is going to be important if you have accessories that have clamps or if you are carrying things with large bindings like skis, because of those clamps that go around, especially if you have the panoramic roof. I know you might be conscious about how much space that takes up, but 3 7/8 inches is a lot of space for that. As for your skis with those bindings, it will also depend on the accessory you have. If you have a ski and snowboard carrier, and you have a pretty good distance with that. This is also a really heavy duty system. So the weight capacity of the BaseLine Towers is 220 pounds, but the weight capacity of your JetStream Crossbars is gonna be 165 pounds. You can also get these crossbars in black or silver, but they weigh the exact same thing and they do the exact same thing. Now, with that weight capacity though, you are gonna have to be mindful of adding your roof accessory. So if you have a roof basket, add that weight, plus the weight of whatever you're carrying, which is going to be your cargo, plus the weight of your system, and make sure you don't overload your actual roof weight capacity on your Prius. So these are the BaseLine Towers. I personally think that Yakima really has a nice sleek design for all of their towers. It obviously isn't factory, but if you had factory crossbars, you get much less overhang and much less space. So I like this look. It looks like a nice sporty crossbar system on top of your Prius V. But focusing on the BaseLine Towers, this is a lockable system. So if you have the Yakima same key system lock course, you can switch this plastic piece out, and then with that lock, people won't be able to take this end cap off. So to take it off, you just pinch the top and then rotate it, and now you have access to the inner workings of your tower. A cool thing about that too is, other than using screwdrivers and hex wrenches, you only need to use a single Yakima key to work the whole system. So you do get this Yakima torque tool, which has a special way of clicking whenever you get the right tension. That way you're not over tightening your bolts accidentally. Very important as you place the hooks onto your towers. These are the base clips, and they're designed to conform around the shape of your door. That way you can slam the door and not worry about it. The foot pads themselves sit right on top of that lip of your Prius V, so not on the roof. If you have a panoramic glass roof, that's really nice to see because it's not sitting on that, it's sitting on the side of your car. Now, the install process is gonna be involved because you need to put together 2 different types of base clips. You have your BaseLine Towers, and then you have your JetStream Crossbars. If you have or are using the longer JetStream Crossbars, whether it's the 50-inch, the 60-inch, or the 70-inch, the good news is that they're all gonna work and it's gonna be the exact same process. So now let's watch that. So the install process is gonna be a little bit involved. That's because we have a naked roof, so there's a lot of adjustment points, especially with the Yakima BaseLine Towers. Now that's what this video is for. I'm gonna guide you through that whole process, figure out why do we have different fit kits with different numbers, why are there hooks, why are there pads, why are there different towers, so that we can put all of them together to create a roof rack on your Prius V. So let's start with the towers. So we're gonna prep our tower with our fit kit. So that fit kit involves a pad as well as a hook. So we're gonna do the front tower. So that's gonna be the BC117 for the front. So get that fit kit out. So you're gonna get your pad, and this is just gonna pop right into the tower. Notice where the arrow is. You want that arrow facing out. So that's gonna face up here. Just pop that in. So do the same with the other tower, so all 4, and then you're gonna get your hook. So that hook is gonna fit into your tower, so open up that door, and then you're gonna fit it in. So once you open that door, you'll be able to see this round plate. That's gonna fit with the tabs through the hole. Then you're gonna get your hook, and that's just gonna slide in through that gap into that plate, and then hook onto it. So in order to attach these towers to your crossbars, you have this silver plate here. So this needs to pop right in there. So to do so, you have this door. So lift up on that door, flip the tower over, and that now gives you access on the inside. So that way you can put your plate in and then tighten it down from the bottom. So just loosely adjust that plate because it's what you're going to use to adjust the pitch. So depending on whether your pitch says A, B, or C, this moves back and forth. So let's put the towers on. So these towers just slide onto your crossbar. 1 and then 2 towers. I'm going to take the hooks off just so it's easier for us to take a look at this. And then we also have measurements for how far apart we want our towers to be. So with that plate on the inside holding it to the towers, we then get to slide the tower back and forth. And I want it to be at 39 1/2. So that's going to be right over there. And now we can adjust the pitch. So pull out this panel on the side of the tower, just right there, and that opens up the bolt on the inside that you can adjust. So this needs to go over to A, so I'm going to tilt our tower so that we can get access to A, so all the way there. And then I'm just going to tighten this down. Now toe is going to be the movement of this foot pad. So as you rotate this, you can see how that tab moves back and forth. We're going to get this all the way to position number 1, and then that's where we need our toe to be. So with everything tightened down, that's going to be your bolt for your toe, your bolt for your pitch on each side. What you can do is put the hook on then, but what I do just to practice and see if I did it right is I go straight and put it onto my roof so I know if I need to make any adjustments later. So where do you place your towers? Well, for here I'm going to measure from the edge of our front windshield and then to the edge of the tower. We want it at 13 inches. So just get that lined up right there. So that's going to be 13 inches here. And now is when I would then put the hook in. So remember how I told you to put it in? Just like that. Then that's going to fit into your door. With your hook in place, you're then going to tighten it down with your Yakima torque tool. So once you hear that click like a gas cap, you'll know it's fully tightened down. Once that's in place, everything should be tightened down and you don't even have to worry about it. You can even slam your door on it and you'll be okay. And then don't forget to put the end caps in. So those just pop right in. They go in from the bottom and then secure on the top. And then you have an end cap for your towers as well. Those pop right on there. They have a little tab you need to get aligned. There you go. So once your front crossbar is in place, you're going to do the same for the rear crossbar, and you have 2 different measurements there. So one's going to be measuring where you put the front crossbar, and for the rear crossbar, you just base it off the front, get it to 30 inches from the front, or the leading edge of the crossbar to the leading edge of your rear crossbar, and then you tighten it down with hooks on each side. So my personal thoughts about this roof rack system is, of all the different roof racks I put on my Prius V, I think this solves the issue best of the slope of the front. You see here how it slopes really deeply. With other roof rack systems, they solve that with separate foot pads. This one has adjustability within the tower itself. In fact, I'm going to adjust this again later on just to get a better angle, just for my own personal purposes with my roof boxes and roof baskets. So all in all, if you want customizability or adjustability and you want to be able to adjust that pitch, this is what you would use. If you're kind of nervous about an involved process and you get confused with different numbers and letters, this has a lot of that and it can get confusing. But that's what this video is for. Hopefully this video was able to help you, guide you through that process of putting this roof rack together. Just because having a Prius V doesn't mean you can't put stuff on your roof and have more adventure. And that was a look right here at our Yakima roof rack system with the 60-inch long JetStream Crossbars, the Yakima BaseLine Towers, and the custom fit kit for your 2014 Toyota Prius V.